taking some more questions from the exercise. See the 14th one. We are given a square matrix of order 2 and they are asking you to find the values of small a and small b so that this equation is satisfied. That means a square plus small a times a plus b times identity matrix is equal to null matrix. So we know this equation is correct. With this condition, we have to find the value of a and b. So first I have evaluated a square by multiplying a with a. So this is the matrix which is obtained, and because we know a square plus small a times a plus small b times I is a null matrix. So I have substituted the values you can see here. This is square of a, this is small a times matrix a plus small b times identity matrix of the same order, and this O is denoting the null matrix. Now using the addition of matrices, we know corresponding elements, they get added. So 11 gets added to 3a plus 1. Then next element will be 8 plus twice of a plus 0. Then this element will be 4 plus a plus b times 0, which is 0. And then the last element can be obtained by adding 3 plus a into 1, which is a. So 3 plus a plus b into 1, which is b. So this is what we get. And because both the matrices are equal, so the null matrix will be of order 2 only. Now because both the matrices are equal, so using equality of matrices, you can equate the corresponding element. Any corresponding elements can be equated to get a and b, whichever you find convenient. Like if I equate 4 plus a to 0, then we quickly get what a is. A is minus 4. Then let us equate these two elements. We know 3 plus a plus b is 0. This means if a be substituted here, 3 minus 4 plus b will be 0, which gives us b minus 1 is equal to 0. So b will be equal to 1. So if a becomes minus 4 and b becomes 1 and we substitute them here, then the sum of these matrices, that will reduce to the null matrix. Okay. Then see the 15th one. You can see some calculation I have done. We'll be using it quickly. Matrix A of order 3 is given to us. They are first asking you to prove this equation is fulfilled. That means from a cube, when we subtract 6 times a square and to that we add 5 times a and to that we add 11 times I, the result will be a null matrix. Once that is obtained, we will be using this equation to find inverse of A. I will not use the definition for inverse of A, that is adjoint of A divided by determinant of A. Instead, we will be using the given equation to come to the result. Okay. Now see here, I have calculated a square by multiplying a with a. So this is a square. A cube can be obtained by multiplying a square with a. So a square into a I have done. So we know what is a cube, a square, a identity matrix we can write, and we can check whether the sum comes out to be a null matrix or not. So solving for the left hand side, which is a cube minus 6 times a square plus 5 times a plus 11 times I. So quickly substituting the matrices here. First for a cube, minus 13 here, then 1 minus 69 and 58. Okay. Then it is minus 6 times a square. So a square also we are aware of. So write down a square here. Okay, done with a square. This gets added to 5 times a. So use matrix A and then 11 times the identity matrix. So we have to add or subtract as the corresponding elements depending upon whether addition is taking place or subtraction. So I will do it straight. Listen to it carefully. 8. Then next term will be minus 6 times 4. Minus 24. Then plus 5 times 1, which is 5. And then plus 11 times 1, which is 11. So done with the first element. Coming to the second element, 7. Then minus 6 times 2, which is minus 12. Then plus 5 times 1, which is 5. And 11 times 0, which is 0 only. I am not writing that. Okay. Then the last element of this row, 1. then minus 6 times 1 minus 6, and then plus 5 times 1 which is 5, and again 11 times 0 which is 0 only. Doing in the same way for all the terms, minus 23, then minus 6 into minus 3 plus 18, then 5 into 1 5, and here it is 11 into 0 which is 0 only. Then second element of this row 27, then minus 6 into 8 minus 48, then 5 into 2 10, and 11 into 1 11. So this is the second element of second row. Moving on to the third element, minus 69, then minus 6 into minus 14, it comes out to be 84, plus 84 it will be, and then 5 into minus 3 minus 15, and 11 into 0 which is 0. Then the last row quickly, 32, then minus 6 into 7 minus 42, then 5 into 2 10, 11 into 0 which is 0. Next one, minus 13, then minus 6 into minus 3, so it becomes plus 18, then 5 into minus 1 minus 5, and 11 into 0 which is 0. Now moving on to the last element, 58, then minus 6 into 14, this will be minus 84, then 5 into 3 15, so plus 15, and then 11 into 1 plus 11. So quickly we need to simplify these and see whether all are reducing to 0 0 0 or not, because you can see on the right side we need to prove it is a null set. So we need to do the calculation quickly. 11 plus 8, 11 plus 8 is 19, and 19 plus 5 24. So you can see it is coming 24 minus 24. So done with this part. 7 plus 5 12, and minus 12. 1 plus 5 6, and then we have minus 6. Coming to this, minus 23, 18 plus 5 23. Then again 27 plus 10 will be 37, plus 1 38, and plus 1 48. So 48 minus 48. 69 and minus 15 and minus 69. Minus 84 plus 84. 32 plus 10 42, and minus 42. Then this is already plus 18, minus 13, minus 5, minus 18. Okay, 11, 15, 58 plus 15 if I do, it will be 73, and 73 added to 11 will be 84. So 84 minus 84, you can see each element is reducing to 0, and we see it comes out to be a null matrix, and the result is obtained. Okay, now the next part, how to use this equation to find inverse of A. I will be erasing this part only because we will be in need of the matrix A square. So once done with this, now I am going to use the obtained result. I will rub this part. See, we know that A cube minus 6A square plus 5A plus 11 times I is null matrix. Now A cube can be written as A into A square. In the same way, A square can be written as A into A, 5 times A as it is, and 11 times I as it is, and null matrix. I will multiply both sides by multiplying both sides by A inverse. See what we get. This will, please don't disturb the order. So A, because I am writing A inverse first, so at each place I will be writing A inverse first. So A inverse into A square. 6 times A inverse into A plus 5 times A inverse into A plus 11 times A inverse into I is equal to A inverse into null matrix. Now when A inverse will multiply with A, we will get identity matrix. This is identity matrix. This is identity matrix. Then 11 A inverse into identity matrix will be A inverse only. Whenever any matrix multiplies with identity matrix, they get the same matrix, provided the product is possible. A inverse into null matrix will be the null matrix only. Now simplifying it further, I into a square will give me a square only. Then I into a will give us a itself. Then 5 times I plus 11 times a inverse is equal to null matrix. If I shift these three terms to the right side, we get 11 times a inverse is equal to minus a square plus 6 times a minus 5 times I. Now children, what you have to do? Let this be as it is. Put the matrix A square here, A and the identity matrix. Solve this entire matrix, cross multiply 11. That will give you inverse of A. Now quickly question number 17, which is a multiple choice questionnaire. They are saying order of A is 3 cross 3. Now you tell what will be the determinant of adjoint of A. This is to be found. Now we know that the four options given are determinant of A, square of determinant of A, cube of determinant of A, 3 times determinant of A. We have done a result. Determinant of adjoint of A can be written as determinant of A raised to the power its order minus 1. So it comes out to be square of determinant of A. That is option B. So option B is the